is not played here though. But Nick now officially in the red. 25 seconds are now on Zero's clock. But Nick's gonna be able to get back in just in a time, but he has 13 seconds on his clock. He has to move. There's no time to waste. 3 moves are coming. 10 seconds are now on Nick's clock. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very intense matchup between Man and Nick. Man, a one-time full stride chess champion playing with the black pieces in this game, and Nick, a 4-time full stride chess champion playing with the white pieces. Zero, the juggernaut, awaits the winner of this game. And both of these players could very easily win this game, but there can only be one. And one player is going to be sent home completely crushed while the other one will have a shot at complete glory. Pawn f3 is on the board now as Man went ahead and castled here. Now the knight's going to come in here to c6. Very stellar play so far from these two very, very high caliber players. Bishop's not going to come in here to the d7 square. Now we're going to see castles on move 10. And now what does Man vouch for? He vouches to bring the rook over here to c8. Looking to put a little bit of x-ray vision coming down on this file. Very important. You new folks that are new to chess, whenever you can get a rook coming in here on an open file, whenever it is not blocked by a pawn, sometimes it's very, very good. In this case, I love the pressure that it's bringing. But the pawn's gonna, the knight's gonna come over here. Now the pawn's gonna push forward here for Mr. Nick. Oh, and we have only traded one pawn off the board, and both of these players extremely even on time. Note that this pawn is a bit of a liability right now, but it is still covered by the knight. I wonder somehow, some way that Man could negate this knight or deflect it somehow, some way, and then maybe perhaps get this pawn. Genuinely, I wonder if after that Nick should maybe come in here. Ooh, coming in here with the knight. But we see a quick takes. Oh my god, and is Man looking to double up? Double stack? Come here and then maybe here? Putting an insane array of fire and lightning on the C file? This is going to get very, very dicey as Nick took a little bit of time vouching to bring the bishop all the way down here to the g6 square. Ideally, you probably don't like taking in these spots, folks, because when you do, the queen's going to get in here, and there's no way to get the queen out from all this real estate. It could get very, very dicey and tricky very, very quickly. So I doubt Man is going to take the bishop here. But what is he calculating here now? Man is also a lot lower on time right now compared to Nick. Are we going to witness the extraordinary? As a knight has been sacrificed. And it is sensational play because there's like 4 different ways this could go. Oh my god, he vouched to go this way though, and now the rook's gonna come in here attacking. And Man has claimed the lead. I think that Nick probably should have taken the bishop here. Special stuff here. Truly, truly special stuff here. Queen's not gonna come in here for Nick. That calculation took quite a bit of time off of both players' clocks though. They are both very, very much trying to not be the one to blunder in a catastrophic way. As we now see takes. Rook is going to waste no time taking the piece over there. Rook takes rook, rook takes back. Queen d8 is on the, or excuse me, the queen on d8 here, maybe come over here somehow, some way, perhaps, maybe. Oh, this pawn is also hanging here right now for Nick. But do you want to take that pawn? So many questions that are being asked. But can these two solid players find the right answers? As the queen now comes up here to the b6 square. That's exactly what I initially thought might happen. Putting a little more pressure coming down on this diagonal. Oh, good golly, but now the knight's going to gallop in here. And it looks like that's just a waste of a move. Oh my god, hopefully Nick wasn't watching the stream because that would have really sucked. I think you... Oh, no, do not go here, do not go here, you cannot go here, you cannot go here. If you go there, you're down. Oh god. And now Man's gonna have to sacrifice the queen. And now Nick, with a 5-point material advantage, is in the driver's seat. But instead, Man resigns after a spectacular battle between two Full Strive Discord, chess, juggernauts. And on move 22, after after the pawn takes the queen. It's also a force mate here, by the way, if you guys are wondering. It will be Nick moving on to the championship match of the Full Strive Chess Tournament. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest stage in all of chess, the Full Strive Chess Championship between Nick and Zero. Nick will be playing with the black pieces in this game and representing the United States of America, as Zero will be playing with the white pieces in this game and representing the Filipino flag. Nick was offered timeouts in this game, but he respectfully declined, saying that he wants to win this game with respect and honor, with no advantages given. Bishop is now going to come down here to the G7 square, as now White is going to go ahead and castle. This is going to be a very high caliber game. There's going to be lots of tactics, lots of maneuvering. Oh my god, lots of maneuvering. But there can only be one champion. Nick, also a 4-time Full Strive Chess champion. He has been on this stage before a multitude of times. One of our most decorated players in our entire Full Strive Chess tournament format. But he has not played an opponent quite like this, of the above 2,000 ELO rating. Will he be able to pull off a sensational win and become the third member in the 5-time Full Strive Chess champion roll club? As the knight's not going to take back, Nick is not going to be doing a little bit of calculating. And also note, folks, you do not get any bonus time. Every single move is going to count in this format. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you run out of time, you run out of time, and you are cooked. Knight takes on d4 has been played. Oh, and now a pawn has been pushed. Special stuff. What a calculation from Nick. The pawn gets back in the nick of time. Oh my god, but it does result in a blundered pawn. And oh my golly, ladies and gentlemen, Zero has claimed the first point material advantage in this championship game. Queen takes on a5 was played. Nick finding a very good move, coming down here to defend this pawn. It was under attack by 2 pieces. You have to make sure you maintain defense on your pawns. And this game is far from over, folks. Do not think that Nick is dead in the water just yet. This game could turn on its head very, very quickly, as we have seen in a multitude of tournaments in the past. Bishop's not going to come in here. It is covered by the queen, also blocking the queen's attack on this pawn. Now the rook's going to come in here. Ooh, nice move from Zero. He saw that this pawn was under attack from the bishop. Good move there. Now the bishop's going to come back here. Oh my god, and Nick with a very masterful fortress. A fortress of an impenetrable fortress on the board. The queen h4 is on the board now. Now what does Nick do? Oh my god, he vouches to push the pawn forward here. Takes, and now this pawn is going to be under attack. And although that does free the bishop up in here, there is so much tricky trickster stuff in transpiring here. This is like one wrong move by Nick and this game's just completely over. And also, I would say the same for Zero. One wrong move and Nick is not going to be denied. What is going to happen? As the pawn now takes back here on d4, pawn's going to immediately take right back, wasting no time. Now the knight is under attack. You are going to be forced to move that knight somewhere. He vouches to bring the knight down here, attacking this pawn. There's only one attacker on that pawn, though. The bishop is still covering. Maybe somehow, some way, you could probably maybe bring the rook over here. Maybe bring the rook over here to d8, rook d8, and rook fe8 or rook d8. Potential moves. Oh my god! But he says screw Full Strive and goes to rook ac8. Ooh. The reason why there's an extra letter in that line is because there are 2 possible rooks can go there, and so the rook on the 8 file. Anyways, the knight now comes in here. The bishop is under attack, and Nick is now below 1 minute on his clock. Does he have something special cooking? Pawn now pushes forward here. Zero wasting no time, taking the bishop without a second thought. Now with 1 minute and 13 seconds on Zero's clock, he brings the rook over here to the e1 square. Nick is now running out of time, though. Time is of the essence for this man. Sacrificing a pawn? Oh, that's tricky. Tricky trickster. Takes and then takes. Oh my god, and he's going to get another pawn. And my god, Nick has evened this game. But there's no time to waste. 44 seconds on his clock. 2 zeros, 55 seconds. Oh, but no, Zero. couple moves later, he's going to get the pawn right back, and he is still in the lead. 52 seconds are now on his clock, and Nick has 38 seconds on his clock. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to come down to the wire. Do not scratch your eyes for a single second. This is cinema. Rook E8, or excuse me, Rook CE8 is on the board. Zero not bringing the rook back here. Both players are dead even on the clock. It is going to be a complete and utter scramble to finish this game off. Rook now comes over here to the D8 square as Katie is now crashing out. He cannot believe what is transpiring right now. Rook now comes in here. It's very important that he has his rooks on the light squares because notice Black has a dark square bishop. Ideally, you probably want to keep your rooks in the light squares when you are in very fast time scrambles like this. Very little tiny things that can be a big tick in spots like this. F3 is now played here though, but Nick, now officially in the red, moves the rook over here. 25 seconds are now on Zero's clock, and it's going to result in a pawn loss. But Nick's going to be able to get back in just a nick of time, but he has 13 seconds on his clock. He has to move. There's no time to waste. Pre-moves are coming. 10 seconds are now on Nick's clock. 20 seconds are now on Zero's clock. Rook now comes up here. 8 seconds are now on his clock. Check is granted. This appears to be a drawn position, but there is zero time right now. Rook comes down here to the C4 square. Rook's gonna come all the way back here. King is pushing forward. Rook now comes over here. 3 seconds are now on his clock. 14 seconds. He is just pre-moving. Check is granted. And with 2 seconds and 1. And oh my God. One of the better and one of the most sensational full strive championships I think I've ever seen. Nick, the underdog, with 0 time odds, nearly, and I mean nearly, defeats a 2200 ELO player. But unfortunately, Zero in his first ever full strive chess championship, the favorite in this tournament, mind you, will not be denied here today, and he will be claiming the gold, winning his first ever full strive chess championship. Congratulations, good sir, and GG's to Nick. And you watching this, wherever you may be, on your iPad, iPhone, computer, whatever it may be, do you want to play in a chess tournament just like this? All you have to do is join our Discord server. There's a link in the description down below. You can also check my bio. There are links posted everywhere. We are looking for new competitive players like yourself that is watching this video all the time, every single day. All you gotta do is hop in, and they're all free entry. They all have cash prizes, and we also do audience giveaways on every single tournament stream. They're so incredibly freaking fun. If I were you, I would highly recommend checking it out. And also guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. Be sure to check out this video. This video was very fun to make, and I think you'll find it very entertaining and fun to watch. So, that being said guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic, and great rest of your day.